there's something we really need to talk about, and I don't want you spending any of them until you have carefully considered what I'm going to show you. Also, welcome to the video. Thank you for the support on the channel and the last stream. I'm really feeling a lot of love, and that's just because of you guys and you being able to support, so thank you for that. We are on the road to 70k, so again, thank you for being here, and if you want to make that possible as well, thank you for that. Let's talk about it. And the focal point of what I want to talk about here are the carnival coins. Now, when they revealed these, or basically the new coins system, right? When they revealed these, I was too busy yapping in the Broly stream for me to truly understand this. But yes, of course, we can exchange these for the red carnival coins, right? To buy right now, if I wanted to, I can exchange all of my carnival coins for the red one to buy the new Goku. Or since they're available for 40 something days, part 2 is obviously not going to take that long to drop. I can wait for part 2 to drop and then just buy the part. Right now, I can afford the part 2 character. So if you summon enough to get pity, in my honest opinion, like right now, let's say I didn't pull a copy of Broly. I mean, I would just buy Broly because I'm a big Broly guy. But if you're just summoning and summoning and summoning, and you end up spending a total of 2,500 stone across 4 banners, and you have enough coins to pity one of these characters, then I would just recommend right now, wait for part 2. Just wait for part 2 to release before you spend any of your coins. Yes, if you really want Broly, buy Broly. If you really want the trio when you have enough, sure, buy the trio. But if you summon your 2,700 stones deep, or maybe, you know, you just got to your 500 coins, you don't really know what to do, you don't really care anymore, just wait for part 2. Because remember, part 2 is going to have a Dokkan Fest in it. And it's very possible that part 2 Dokkan Fest is better than the Super Saiyan trio here. Right, Beast Gohan was the best character in the game, and he dropped in part 2 of a celebration, so let's not act like it's not possible. It's also very possible that part 2 introduces a carnival character that is better than Broly, right? Broly is not the #1 character in the game, very good obviously, but it's very possible that part 2 characters are better, slightly better, maybe even way better than part 1. It's possible. So for me to spend all these coins now, especially when I can afford a character in part 2, I think it's worth the 1 to 2 week wait, or basically around 10 to 14 days ish wait for the part 2 characters. Another thing I really want to mention here is that for me specifically, I have not touched, as you can see, I have 0 of these coins. I have not touched the trio banner. Part of that is because, yes, I mean, look, if I really wanted to, I can, you know, just buy a copy of them. So there really isn't any motivation for me to summon for them, because if I really wanted them, I can just get them, right, with the coins. But on top of that, if part 2 has another Broly for me, then I'll just buy a copy of that Broly, right, and call it, I mean, I'm probably gonna rainbow that Broly, let's just be real, right? But if part 2 has another LR Broly, then I can use these coins, since I already rainbowed my goat here, I can use those coins towards the summons for the new LR Broly. So I think it's really valuable for you to wait and see what part 2 is going to be before you spend these coins, because the last thing you really want to do is have enough for pity, buy a dupe of one of these characters or buy a copy, which is basically cost you 2,500 stones, and then part 2 releases and you're like, damn man, I really wish I should have saved my coins for this character or for that character. But the fact that we can use these for either of the units or for part 2 makes them so valuable that I don't think you should be spending them just yet. Especially don't convert them to the regular version of the coin, right? Don't do that. I would just say, again, what you want to do is at least have enough to where, or save enough to where you can buy the part 2 characters upon release, which is again just such an OP thing and ability to have. So just keep that in mind. And then when it comes to your Memorial Dragon, so I got like 175. I spent a little bit more than 7,500 stones throughout the course of the year, which isn't surprising. I skipped a lot of banners, so again, I'm not really surprised about that. But what I would recommend for you to do when it comes to these, before you spend them, do not get a character, okay? I don't think getting these specific characters is worth it, unless you really, really want a specific character. Like, let's say you really, 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 really want God Goku. You know, if you spent that many stones, I can definitely see it. But it's like, if you just don't know who you want or don't really care about these characters, it's much more valuable for for you to get these rainbow tickets here. Remember, these rainbow tickets, I bought 14 of them. Because I didn't have enough to get 100 of these and 21 of these. Remember, if you buy 100 of these tickets, what you're basically allowed to do is now you can go into the summons tab, go into the tickets tab, and with those tickets, you can now perform the multis right here, these one-time only multis, that it takes 50 tickets away from your box. It allows you to get 20 guaranteed featured 20 guaranteed SSRs, the last 10 of which are featured, which is very, very possible. I was in Discord last night, which, by the way, you should join, because I will be reacting to your summons very soon. So if you want to join it and have me react to those summons, make sure to stay tuned. A lot of people, when I reacted to anniversary summons, said, "Mr. Baby, but I didn't know, but I joined too late." Don't let that be you, okay? Anyways, so this banner and having those guaranteed featured SSRs, again, I was in Discord and saw people pulling a lot of LRs off of these tickets, right? The first 10 were a lot of LRs. Like, I had someone in Discord last night who pulled like 3, 4 back to back, or 4 LRs in the first 10 units, and then a bunch of guaranteed featured SSRs in the last 10, very usable ones as well. So these are very useful tickets to buy. But I would also say, if you're not having great luck with the anniversary, you can also exchange for these rainbow tickets. Remember, these rainbow tickets are the types of tickets that allow you to summon on any one of the banners you want. Now, they're not available just yet, but when part 2 comes out, you'll be able to use these tickets on either one of the banners for part 1 or the banners for part 2. And that gives you a shot at getting the new character. Not a great chance, not a great shot. These tickets are not meant to be guaranteed, obviously. So no, they're not a scam. It's just a chance. And many people end up pulling the new characters off of these tickets. So if you're getting really bad luck, or you don't want someone for the Super Saiyan Trio, or you don't want someone for a Broly, whatever the case is, picking these up and giving yourself a chance to get them without stones is definitely a valuable thing. So no, I wouldn't recommend getting any of these specific characters. I would just say, make sure to get at least 100 of these to get, dude, if you get 100, you're basically getting 40 guaranteed featured SSRs, 20 of which are Dokkan Fest characters, and the other 20 could be random banner units or random LRs, which of course is very, very, very valuable if you ask me. So just keep that in mind. If I had to tell you which one to buy, which one to prioritize, the rainbow tickets, like being able, since Broly is at #1 and Super Saiyan Trio is at #1, I don't think these are like super ridiculously important. Like, of course, having a chance at the new LR is cool, but I would prioritize 20 guaranteed featured, 20 guaranteed SSRs, 10 of which are featured, right? I think the value, I can't speak English, man. I think the value there, compared to a chance at a random SSR, is just too high, especially for players who are new to the game or don't really have a lot of Dokkan Fest, or maybe skipped a lot for the anniversary or for the worldwide, whatever the case may be, right? So I would really hold off when it comes to the new Carnival and Dokkan Fest coins. If you summon on both banners, that's okay. You can just transfer one to another, one to one. It doesn't matter what you do just yet. So just keep that in mind. There is no limit. I mean, I can transfer these coins to these. I can transfer my Carnival coins into Dokkan Fest coins, and then if I change my mind, I can transfer them back, right? You could just. This is such a great system that no matter what you summon on, you'll be able to still hoard as many coins as you want. And it's just, and of course you can also sell SSR. Look, the reason why I have 631 here is because I sold a lot of SSRs that I had rainbowed. So rainbowing those characters is definitely a really beneficial thing as well. But anyways, let me know what you think. Do not spend these just yet. Wait for part 2. See if you like the part 2 characters, and then of course you have to continue. You have to spend at least 2,500 stones in the celebration to be able to get, you know, any of these characters. But at least it's not 2,500 for Broly and 2,500 for Goku. It's 2,500 stones across 4 different banners, which, like I mentioned, is just so incredibly valuable. It's like, what, 600, 6, 12, 18, 24? So it's 625 stones per banner-ish. I think that's what the math comes out to. Maybe it's a little bit bad on the math, but you get the point. It's not really bad at all, right? It's what a lot of players end up doing anyway. So to be able to spend 500 on Goku and transfer those coins over to the Carnival coins, just absolutely amazing. Anyways, let me know what you think. Please save these for part 2. Being able to buy the part 2 LR outright is absolutely beautiful. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.